Hello. I want to do a section on eBay, the step-by-step section about how to set it up properly and how to think about moving forward once you've set it up. It's just a very basic set of steps. The first step is, of course, to decide what you want to sell. eBay is a platform that lets you run buy it now or auction-priced items, and you have to determine where you're going to get your products from. Do you want to sell just things that you own? Do you want to sell things that you make or a product that you've developed? Or do you want to sell for a brand? Or do you want to sell through a liquidator? And we have a section in this course about product sourcing. There's several sections actually, and I highly recommend you look at them. But the first step is decide what you want to sell. You want to first research products that are available. Think in terms of an entire catalog from a single source if you can. Usually sources, manufacturers, or brands function according to niches already, so you can post everything that they have to offer and it won't really violate the parameters of your brand message. Research what's selling on eBay already. You know, what's sold in the last week, you know, what's sold the most. There's a lot of different places within the website that you can go to do research, but what I recommend is just going to the search bar, typing in the brand or the product category like speakers or iPhone accessories, and then going down along the side there's a section that says items sold, and you can click on that and it'll show you not what's available now, but what has sold recently in the last up to 2 months. And you can just see that some products are very popular and some are just not. And there's different reasons for that. Part of it is availability. Like some products are popular just because there's a lot of them available, and some don't seem popular because there was only 1 or 2 ever available to begin with. But that would be misleading, because if you offered the same thing, you'd probably be very likely to sell it. One tip I can think of is think about how keywords work. This is what makes brands so powerful. You can just type in a brand and see only things from that brand. If you type in speakers, you're going to see every kind of speaker that there is. So maybe you would hone it to car speakers, or to laptop speakers, or to wireless Bluetooth speakers. That would cut down the number of responses you get by being more specific about what you're looking for. So then you want to establish contact with your source. You know, you think you have you found a product from one of these sourcing platforms, or you found a manufacturer, or you found a liquidator that you want to deal with. You need to determine the appropriate way to make contact with that provider, whether it be sign up for their website or send them an email, or, well, I always recommend sending an email before you call them, because when you call them, they're going to say, send me an email, and you can say, well, I already did. And then you need to decide how you're going to ship. Some items are big, some items are small. When you're thinking of an online product business like eBay, you know, I've sold items that were 100 pounds, and it really eats up your profit just to mail the thing, like really. You almost regret selling it sometimes because it costs so much of what you received just to sell it. You may actually lose money. So think about things that are not that heavy. I recommend shoes. If you can find a good wholesaler for shoes, they're great, because if whatever size you are, whether it's 10 or 12, or if you're on the European system, if it's 41 or 43 or 38, then usually everyone who wears that same size can fit the shoe, unless they have a very wide foot or something like this. So the measurement system is very consistent. And also jackets. For some reason, jackets usually sell pretty good, because whether you like it or not, you sometimes, depending on where you live, you really need a jacket. And they wear out. Shoes wear out, jackets wear out, clothing wears out. Clothing sells great on eBay, especially name brand clothing. Also, electronics sell good, accessories, speakers. MacBook anything, Apple anything will sell really good because it has that Apple brand name. And there's a lot of times when people will just do a search for Apple and then just see what comes up. If it's a good price, they'll buy it. That's how dedicated people are to that brand. So branding is very important when it comes to a keyword search type of platform. So here are the steps. You go to eBay, you click register. The first step is to set up your eBay account. So when you go in, up in the left-hand corner, top left-hand corner, there's going to be a thing that says log in or register. If the register button is not there, maybe they've changed the way it's set up, you click on login and then it'll give you the option to create an account. And you want to do that. You go in and click it, you're going to have to put your email, you're going to have to put your name, and you're going to have to pick a password. And then from there, you're going to also want to have your PayPal account set up because it's very difficult to do business on eBay without PayPal. You can, especially in the early days, you could get people to send you money and all these different things. But I wouldn't get involved with it. Just stick with PayPal, and you'll be in good shape. So you set up your PayPal account, and you attach your bank account to it. For PayPal, you're going to need your address, and then the same information for eBay. You're going to need your name and your email address, and you're going to need your password, and then your physical address, like I said. Then once you're set up, you want to confirm your email. And so generally what happens is when you sign up, they send an email directly to your email address that is a verification email. Sometimes they don't, in which case you're going to need to go in the settings of your PayPal account, find your email, open up the little plus and click confirm email, again, manually. You may have to do it a couple times even. It's a strange feature. It's strangely dysfunctional sometimes. And you go to your email. When the email comes, you click on confirm email. Now, when you log in through your confirm email, don't just take it for granted that the email is verified because the software might be glitching. So you need to go back into your settings and make sure that the email no longer says unconfirmed. It should just say primary, which means that it has been confirmed. You want to attach your bank account and routing number. And then it's going to take about 2 days for that information to come from PayPal to your bank. PayPal is going to put a couple of deposits into your bank account, and you're going to need to go into that account in your bank and see what those deposits were. Come back, tell PayPal what they were, and then you will be verified. You'll have a verified bank account on your PayPal. So from this point, then you go back into your eBay. You go into the account section, and you set up your selling account. There's a section that says, set up my automatic payment method. But then it will say you need to put in your address and phone number. So you will put in your address and phone number, and then when you click OK, they're going to say, send me a text. So they're going to want to send you a text message to the phone number from which to the phone number that you attached to the eBay. So then from there, you can go back to click on automatic payment method again, and you can choose your PayPal or your bank account. And what that means is if there's a problem with the product you sold, or eBay wants to automatically take what you owe them out of your automatic payment method. So it works with either your PayPal or your bank account or your phone number. And then from there, now you're ready to post. And so you've done your product sourcing, so you go into the posting interface, which is along the top of the screen. It'll say sell. You click on sell, and then it'll go to like a search bar that says, what type of product do you want to sell? You type that in, you click on it, it'll give you some category options, and you just find the one that's closest to what you're selling. It's pretty straightforward. Click on it. I do not recommend 2 categories. I recommend only one, because they charge you more for a second category, but it does almost nothing because it's all about keywords. Nobody searches by category. I don't even know why they have that feature anymore, to be honest. It's probably for their own internal use, why not? But it's not useful. So then it'll come up with a fill-out screen, and you'll put in your title, you'll put in the condition of the item, whether it's new or used. You'll add if it's used, you'll add a description of how it is, like it's a good condition or what. And then you put in a picture are several pictures. You know, eBay recommends 10 pictures if you can, if it's such a product. A lot of people just put 1 or 2. And then below that, there's some item specifics. You should look those over. Maybe there's nothing to put there. Because really all that matters is the price and the format. You either choose auction or you choose buy it now. And then you put in the price you want. And the auction means the minimum price that you're putting. So you put it in, and then the price grows according to the auction, like an auction works. So you put in the minimum, maybe, you know, $10 or 99 cents. I think that's the minimum you can put in, is like $1. And then, or buy it now, which is exactly what you expect to get, and you won't sell it for less. Now, you can do a buy it now price and then click this option that says make offer. So perhaps you're asking for $99 for this item, but then you say make offer underneath it. And what that means is they can send you an offer for $89, and you'll have the option to accept it. From there, you put in how many days it'll be until you can ship, like your handling time. So let's say if you sell it today, I know I can't get to it for probably 2 or 3 days, so then you put 3 days handling time. You pick your shipping cost, which is always better if you make it for free. So if you need to include shipping in the price of what you're selling, put it in the actual price, not the shipping price, because eBay features your products better if you put it as free shipping. And then from there, you're done. And then you click on post, and you should be good to go. Your item will be live for the eBay community to see. And you'll be amazed how you feel the first time it sells. It's the most incredible feeling. Maybe you laid down for a nap, and when you woke up, the sale is there. You didn't have to tell anybody about anything. You go, you take the item you decided to sell, put it in a package, tape it up, put the address, put the postage, bam, it's gone, done. Now, the last tip that I got to give you, though, is that you want to make sure that you put your tracking number on the package. You want to make sure that the shipping tracking number, not on the package necessarily, even though they will, if you take it to the post office or you print a label out of PayPal, you want to have that tracking number on hand, because if the customer says they didn't receive the item, you can provide that tracking number that will show that it went to their town and their zip code, and you'll be protected. That's the proof. However, if you don't have that, even if they did get it, they will get their money back, and you will lose that money. So don't ship it without a tracking number. And then the other thing is, if it's over $750, I'm sorry. If it's over $750, you need to make sure that not only do you get a tracking number, but you make it so that they have to provide a signature when they receive the package. Because without that signature, you can't protect it. Okay, so that is pretty much the long and short of it in terms of signing up for PayPal and some basic rules about doing business with them. I will include this list in the description section, and I think it's good. It's a good way to start doing business if you've never done business before. It's a good way to get familiar with the public and how they respond to sales. And you know, different people have different expectations, but there's a general attitude that you're going to encounter, and you can deal with it. It's fair. And I also recommend eBay as a place to buy what you want to get personally, because you can get some really great prices. So I say give it a try and do your best, and good luck.